Today's September 28, 2022. When I punch in New York in gematria, it comes up to 666. So that's the main number. New York, top of the list. You can read the ones on the whatever it pertains to in your mind, but the main thing that it pertains to me when I look at it is the Jezebel spirit. So when Jonathan Kleck says that New York's going to be destroyed, I look at it as the Jezebel spirit is going to be destroyed. And that's how you pick a word inside, because the context of it is saying that New York's going to be destroyed, but it has to be destroyed in a different way besides actual New York. So the book of Gematria is that code. If something's going to be revived, well, then you wouldn't pick the Jezebel spirit, because the Jezebel spirit is what is being destroyed. Because it's time, it's where you transform your mind. Yes, are there a bunch of transformers these days? Of course there are. Which way are you looking at it? In their mind or something else? As a holy bride of the Trinity, like a doorway? Or are you looking at it where the second coming, God is speaking through you, we are the chosen ones, and it's time to flatten the curve? Because the quantum financial system is going bye-byes. And this is the system. So let me just start with this. Before I get into anything about Kleck being in front of New York, Bart Simpson gets sucked in. So it's the building itself. It's like the building will be surrounded by fire, smoke, and a devouring wind.
There you go. Anyway, so this is one layer of ink. So now let's watch the next layer of ink. So it'll.
All right, so that's the flash track. Like Victoria's Secret. So this is like a bikini line, and that's like an X-ray inside of the belly. Because when you see it, and then here's what's inside the belly.
So
how fast that was? You got to stop it, and then so that bug setup is on the inside.
So it'll turn,
which is this bug setup, which is this and that, and it's inside there. So the $100 bill is actually
into a devouring wind. So now the building
devouring wind being sucked into it, like a vacuum into that.
All right, folks, God bless you guys, and welcome to This Is It, 4, 3, 2, 1, Before the Fire.
Oh, you look like you're...
Christ's purpose was to make one new man from the two, thus making peace.
You're in front of that, and what that reminds me of immediately...
Hello, my friends. Jacob's here one more time, and thank.
Hey, wait a minute. Where did it go?
A woman, I guess, news article with me that when Babe Ruth hit his 60th, that a woman, I guess,
that's New York, right behind you.
Took out a judge. It was very strange. I couldn't find it. I went looking for it, but I couldn't find it. So
guys, you may be noticing the really unusual background, and what's the deal?
Wait a minute, did you say a woman took out a judge?
I guess took out a judge. It was very strange. I couldn't find it. I went looking for it, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know if that's a true story, but I do find it interesting because look at the symbolism here. Why? Because look at the symbolism here.
Aaron Judge, home run, chase. whether he is at the plate or not. Every moment at Yankee Stadium is about Aaron Judge's home run chase. Up to 60% off. 60 home runs.
Let me give you just a brief update. Because of all the crazy, weird things that are happening to me on a technical level.
Me too. So whatever you say, I go through. I've learned. Whatever anybody says, they're expected to be something that had already happened to you or is going to.
The other day, I was basically forced to uninstall one of my programs and to reinstall it after everything crashed the other night while recording it. So,
I have my email set up for some reason. But anyway, looks like New York is behind you.
On one button, and it gave me this background. I tried to exit out of it, and I couldn't seem to get out of it. And then another button on edges, it said, you want a sharp edge, a soft edge. I clicked soft, and then this is what it produced. It produced this background.
Now, this rapture idea, I have a lot of, and I do that in air quotes because that word rapture is not in the Bible at all.
Well, actually, it is. It's in my neighbor gave me a Bible from 1947, and it's in the title itself, rapture, not actually in the scriptures itself. But all the way back in 1947, they actually wrote that rapture. I don't know if I have the video or not.
See me being the guy that's sitting in front of a New York backdrop sky.
I mean, it is right. You are behind New York, right? Because you live there. Why wouldn't you show the background of New York?
Botso is one of them, but it's really a
skyline
calling out. It's
with the One World Freedom Tower
parallel.
right there behind me.
I mean, what's the implication here so far? Because this is September 26th. Huh? Oh. Maybe that's a lot. The live chat. Today's September 28th. This is the 26th. And this is the 28th. So, for the past 2 days, I didn't say anything just yet. I was getting to it. But now that you show the backdrop behind you, and Jacob Israel has his backdrop behind him and has had it, unless I'm looking at a different city, but it sure seems like the same one, then what's being implied?
That's sitting in front of a New York backdrop skyline with the One World Freedom Tower right there behind me.
I mean, it could be like the man of two faces. I already said this before. I wouldn't be surprised if one YouTube channel has another YouTube channel and they're completely two different people, but it's like the same exact person. But because I give everybody their own identity, then I can only go by whose channel I'm watching and show you what that spirit is doing behind whatever voice, mask, whatever it is. It's what is that spirit behind it.
And being the person that prophesied the destruction of New York. And then after the prophesying, the images are printed on U.S. currency notes of the very words that came out of my mouth, just happened to be printed on U.S. currency notes. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to this guy.
I don't know. I mean, is that Stephen in behind a mask because he was pointing at Russia at one point, or is it Jacob behind a mask? I mean, who knows who it is, or is it Stephen James, or is it you, Jonathan? Because it just always seems like people just want to show other skill sets that they have, or it could just be some random guy. I got to go over all the options when I evaluate something. What are the possibilities that this could be? Who's actually relaying the message here behind another mask? Because he has pudgy cheeks. So if anybody else has like that, then they may be someone with that design. Their face has that design, so other shapes go around it. Let me start with this. September 27th, 2022, I'm showing you a comment on my channel, and then John DeClerc is going to show you something today on his channel, which ties in, if you didn't know, but it's Simple Christian says, "Oh my gosh, I just figured out what would stop all this. If Jay will tag his videos for entertainment purposes only." And this is on my video last night. Simple Christian.
I saw a comment. Someone showed it to me today. I don't pay attention to the lunatic channel, Gene Rebel.
And so on this channel itself, showing me, so here's the comment right here. "Oh my gosh, just figure out stop it for entertainment purposes only." And then, so poor Robin, I went over to comment. What's that, Click?
Because it's not even his real name. Genetic Rebel, get it? Serpent race. Anyway, because of the whole ARC thing and that the whole dysfunctional twin thing that moved over to that channel, and how sad it is. It's so sad. It's so pathetic to watch the devolution of, the people that were associated with beginning that thing and what's happened to them. The Bible says, because they had pleasure in unrighteousness, God will send them strong delusion so that they believe the lie. I want to show you something. When I saw this, I was like, wow, it doesn't get much sadder than this. Here's a set of twins. Oh my gosh, I just figured out what would stop all of this. When she says all of this,
So Jonathan Clegg is reading. He said he wasn't over there, but so he's reading it, and it's the same exact comment that I was showing you. So apparently, some type of a relationship, right? This is a relationship. Other people outside are saying there's the fascinations. I totally missed everything. But he showed me the holy place. It's a family feud. Jay will tag his videos for entertainment purposes only. Problem solved.
Here's a set of twins. Oh my gosh, I just figured out what.
19 hours ago. Let's see. One day ago. Hold on. 1 day ago? Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at it first. 1 day ago. On that channel over there.
What would stop all of this? When she says all of this, she's at a channel where the entire channel is nothing more than maligning evil. It's maligning and it's evil. There's nothing godly about the channel Gene Revel. There's nothing. I don't give them any oxygen by even going over there anymore. But this was brought to my attention today, along with some other things that are just slanderous and liable. And in a court of law, it would be a problem for them. But I'll let the Lord handle it. I'll let the Lord handle it. He has a way of doing things that's very, very poetic justice. Oh my gosh, I figured out what would stop all of this if Jay would tag his videos for entertainment purposes only. Problem solved. And then there's her sister laughing so hard you're in tears. And this is saying that about the person that the Lord sent to lay hands on him. Does that show you where the world's at? Does it show you where the twin female system is at? Because they're a representation of the twin female system. They've gone over and they're just in the mud with the pigs now. How sad is that? We pray for them. It's funny when these were brought to my attention today, I was like,
Jay
wow,
will
I was
tag his
praying
videos
for them
for entertainment purposes only.
When I showed it to Corey,
Simple Christian.
All the way from India, all the way to the Baltic Sea to subconscious? Come on. It was the Americans who did it. They have
a little timestamp? I guess so.
See the irritation. Look at this.
Or it could be his other twin on the same channel, the Jonathan Kleck channel. The one that came in was like tricking me. That's why he was so paid. That's why he paid so much attention to the nerd video and gave me an anniversary gift. Twin nerd anniversary gift.
Okay, so let me break this whole thing down for you. First of all, his name is Tom. Do you know what Tom means? Thomas, twins.
The startling revelation of who Thomas James is.
How odd. He walks in with an erection. He's got a horn in his pants. And she says, do you have the pot noodle horn? And he says, no. He lies.
Okay, I have got the pot noodle horn. It's big.
Ready?
Guys?
I think, in other words, they've been made naked, so it doesn't matter if it's on the inside. It's really exposed on the outside.
Tom, what is that?
Nothing?
Tom, have you got the pot noodle horn?
Of course not.
Let me see.
Get off me, Okay, I have got the pot noodle horn. It's big and brassy, and I'm going to blow it.
Tom!
No time for
Erection. He's got a horn in his pants. And she says, do you have the pot noodle horn? And he says, no. He lies.
You're saying he does have the pot noodle horn, but he's lying about it.
By the way, there's twin record players right here, and there's a tree right here when he walks into the restaurant, and it's got the same red symbol of when Ian walks in on the Ian Bud Light commercial.
Isn't that funny that Hurricane Ian is terrifying Florida right now as a beast rising up from the sea?
Get ready, it's coming. That's what I would ascertain by that. But some people...
So inside of what I was saying with Devouring Wind, the building is the tower, and the tower is the tree of life is where the actual building itself would be devoured by the wind itself. So the vacuum suction cup. It's really Victoria's Secret. What's going on inside?
People seem to think that this channel is just for entertainment purposes.
So, and then Kleck is how I'm perceiving. All I'm doing is showing what I am perceiving as to what somebody else is saying about somebody else, and then I'll compare it. I'll make a video. I'll put clips together to who it pertains to. They'll respond in a way where it's either confirmed it's good, or no, that's not what it is. Try again. And then I'll try again until I feel like I get it right. So it's not about what I am thinking. It's about what are they saying and what is coming together. So who's communicating with each other and what are they saying? Because there's fire, there's water, there's a devouring wind. So it's like a sea, the bottom, bikini bottom, the sea, Victoria's Secret. The rainbow is the underneath part is made naked. The bow, your bow is made naked, obviously, because this is what's inside of this here, and that's like a bikini bottom. Now, fire. There's the stove system. There's the heating. There's Satan burns his own children or eats his own children, burns them, throws them alive, burning them, fire. Water is the sea, the fish where they swim. And the devouring wind is the suction cup that Clark showed you from the very beginning from The Simpsons.
All right, folks. God bless you guys. And
hold on, Harper. You're going to have the day off. I'm going to give it to Aaron Judge now.
He struck out to start this inning. High drive, right field, going back Dozier, track, wall, see ya! A grand slam! A grand season continues, and the Yankees have blown it open.
her umbilical cord, he's still attached to his mom. He's got one eye going one direction, one eye going the other, and it's all about eating the rainbow. Do you get it?
The most disturbing, visual that commercial is.
Do y'all understand how twisted this is? Can you imagine siding with Gene Revel's channel? It's just insane.
I can't. Here, I'm sorry I even showed you that.
Very odd Skittles commercial too, and you have to kind of listen very closely. This is a very odd.
That's the Skittles. Taste the rainbow, the fruit flavors. The fruit inside produces fruit. There's some kind of literal plantation of fruit inside. That way it actually tastes like it from your own resources.
His eyes rolled. Right next to it, I put me standing next to the coffee trailer. This is Theory Coffee, where I go get coffee sometimes in the morning. And here's
that like Beersheba, there's a coffee shop right there behind the art museum.
One of their logos on the side of the trailer. It's one eye up, one eye down. The cup says Theory. It's an angel wing, like you're drinking up the angels in a cup of coffee.
So of course, there's only one person that I see really showing cups drinking anything from it.
According to NASA, Earth and Jupiter are separated by about 600 miles. Now
Jacob could be talking about Earth as in like Earth, you are here, and then Jupiter was that king planet that was like right, it's probably out there now, it's like right there as Jupiter, the king planet. And King Charles, it's not like he's the actual king. There's somebody else that is the king, and then there's Prince Harry, and then William. So William is. Wait till I catch up to William.
This is strange. Give me 1 second. I got to grab something. Speaking of space, I forgot. Uranus is a planet. Uranus is a planet. Means heaven. I forgot my...
Here's one of their logos on the side of the trailer. It's one eye up, one eye down. The cup says Theory. It's an angel wing, like you're drinking up the angels.
Angels what?
In a cup of coffee. Here.
What did you say? I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear that.
Here's the guy from the video from the Skittles, and it says, I miss Dad. And he's got one eye looking one way, one eye looking the other way. Let me show you.
Is that meaning like if you can read a script with one eye and then the other eye is looking directly at the camera, it'd be easy to... I guess so. I mean, if I focus my left eye into the camera, but my right eye is really seeing words scroll behind, if I can catch it at the right time and just read it perfectly, I'm sure I'd be great at it.
A quick recap of that commercial. The entire Skittles pantheon of commercials, it's just so crazy.
So your bow has been made naked because this is at the bottom, and it's like a forward and backward motion, ligaments.
Apparently this channel is just for entertainment.
And then when I heard that today, here's what I do on my channel. I take the people that run the planet. I show you them it doesn't really sink in with others that it's actually true. It's just more like a fantasy world. I get it. I'm fine with people believing whatever they want to believe. Doesn't matter. I'm just showing you. So the people that run this planet, I'm showing you them. I'm showing you communication back and forth between all of them. And what is it that one of them is saying about the other one? When I see purely entertainment purposes, and then on with my ties to Jonathan Click, people outside are saying there's the fascinations. I totally missed everything. You have Simple Christians saying that on my video. Jonathan Click did not say that he went over and watched. You got to pay attention to the words. Jonathan Click didn't say that he went over there to Gene Rebel's channel and watched and looked at the comment. He just took a screenshot of something, and I just happen to have because I just happen to have the same exact comment on my channel, and then the next day he's showing you the comment that was on that he's seen in the morning.
Today, I don't pay attention to the lunatic channel Gene Rebel not knowing the truth, the absolute truth of Christ and being on the rock. I saw a comment, someone showed it to me today. I don't pay attention to the lunatic channel Gene Rebel because it's not even his real name, Genetic Rebel, get it? Serpent race. Anyway, because of...
I don't even care if Johnny's like saying that he doesn't, but he really does. It's still up for you to interpret, like, all right, well, is that a lie then? But I thought you said 100% no lying. Well, is that something that even matters? If you say you're not paying attention to someone's channel, well, it could be true because what you have is somebody else paying attention to my channel for you. In the beginning, that's how I got your attention, Jonathan Click. People were paying attention for you, but then I got your attention more than anybody ever has on the planet. And so here it is. This is why. So in this comment on this video, it's this video that was made specifically about.
Got you on my mind. Happy anniversary, baby.
By the way, Robin, nerd.
Yeah, I love you. You're in deep, deep trouble, Robin Hood, and all you shills.
It was about Jonathan Click, and so the comment is right here on a video that is specifically about Robin Henry Tees and Jonathan Vargo Click, right here. This video right here. So what was brought to Jonathan Click's attention is, and this is just basics 101. What was brought to Jonathan Click's attention? This is Kathy or Karen. I'm not sure which one of the twins. And when she says this, if Jay will tag his video for entertainment purposes only, because it's like, this is only for entertainment. What I'm doing and what Jonathan's doing is a waste of time. It doesn't really matter. But WWE wrestling, always keep that in mind too. So this is like written out to make a comment about me and Jonathan, as I'm saying, showing you.
Genesis folder. Man, I sure hope nothing escaped.
Now, I want to be very clear. I have always found the female body to be one of the most amazing, mind-boggling, attractive things ever. That's why I ended up, probably getting in so much trouble. I'm serious. I had lots of girlfriends, lots of pretty girlfriends, went out with lots of pretty girls. By the way, Robin, nerd. Yeah. Anyway.
So there you go. There's my other connection to Jonathan Click, where in case if people were thinking, no, right, he just said that, it was probably somebody else, or who even cares, and then there's always like, who's Jonathan Click anyway? Who cares? He doesn't have his own channel. He got cut down. You're following somebody else's backup channel. What's the point? Well, these people run the planet, and I've been trying to tell everybody, and they're going to find out at a certain point that Stephen James DeShawn, who came to me first, so Steve is always going to be, you got to go back to the way, hey, Steve, remember when you guys used to love coming over my channel, doing live streams, and do you remember you used to love slandering me all the time? Do you remember you used to love just spewing garbage and nonsense on live streams and me answering the question? Didn't you guys just love that about me? Maybe you should go back to that first true love, because you truly loved trying to torment me. You haven't yet. So let's look at it 5.5 years later. I'm still here. You guys are still here. You still run the planet. You've only shown me more and more that I can just simply go down to 17 JFK at specific times, and the water will shut down for me at specific times too. And I'll try to get into that if I can. What happened earlier at 316, once again, this time I prayed for it publicly and it happened. The water shut down 316 today when I went down there. September 28th, 2022. Don't pour Rob and me. There is no poor. I am not poor. I mean, in the pocket, yeah. But please, Robin and Jonathan, polar opposites. Whatever. You say so. I guess that's what attracts people, right? Opposites or opposing powers. How about that? Opposite powers. And then they become one. Both powers become one. The true two become one. The true powers. Exact opposite and negative powers in the entire world become one. So don't pour Rob and me or poor Jonathan.
Red Rum and The Shining, where the two R's, one R is one way, one R is another way, RR 18, blood guiltiness. I understand their language now.
Oh, I even see that too. Blood guilty. Blood guiltiness. If you just type in 914, the number that Stephen James DeShawn made up for me, it winds up coming to Rob Henry T's. And where's that blood guiltiness? Blood guilty, noted hypocrite. There you go. Blood guilty image. So that's supposed to lead people in a different direction.
For the entire family. Because of a stiff neck. That's what her eyes are just really, really good. Kat's husband, Dave Young, he was incurable eye problem. They had to take fluid out of his spinal, do it like a spinal draw of fluid, and they said it was incurable. He's fine. There's all these people that the Lord's let me lay hands on, and they're fine. They're good. Karen Sullivan, the Lord said he's withdrawing all her blessings, not just her, the entire family. Because of a stiff neck. That's what the Lord showed me in Scripture.
Stiff neck is also your neck is stiff. The St. Peter's Park, right before the Philadelphia Art Museum, the tree, the devouring wind, the suction cup thing that goes on. If you look at Google Maps, Philadelphia Art Museum, you look up, you'll see St. Peter's Park. It's a pecker. It's a big pecker. And then there's two trees on the side. There's no way that anybody, not even a child, can't deny what that is.
She stiffened her neck. That's what the Lord showed me. Anyway, here we are. Look what's on your screen. Look what's on your screen. New York in the background.
So look what's in the background.
I don't know if that's a true story, but I do find it interesting.
I thought you would, because I'm finding it interesting too. I tie things together. That's all I'm doing. I'm tying things. Sometimes it's like I just can't tie that knot, and it doesn't line up right. But for the most part, tying it together with people who are saying things without actually saying it. So I'll tell you what I believe, not what I actually believe, but what I perceive that they are saying to each other.
Sitting here with, it looks like obviously maybe a New York background.
Maybe. Boy, you don't know. Maybe. So I guess that's why I used to get mad at you guys for doing that, because, Jonathan, you obviously know it's a New York background, right? Not maybe. You definitely know. So, but I understand why you're saying it that way. And, you know, I don't have a problem with what people are saying right now, because it's a language that I'm trying to piece together as a puzzle. Just like this one. I'm just going to go through some random. I'm going to go through some random timestamps to get them out of the way, so I can't stay up all night. But 7:50, it's Gene Revel.
The scriptures, the Lord God did.
But tell me something, JJ. When exactly did he start doing all this personal tutoring that you keep talking about? Was it really in 2002, like you said?
It was more like in 2020.
Today's March 16th, 2020, 7:54 p.m.
And this is where it began. I forgot to show this yesterday.
Today is Monday. Happy birthday, Jonathan Vargo Click.
16th, 2020.
Are you going to ring that bell or what? It's 9:26 a.m.
in the morning.
The sun's out. It's a nice, bright, sunshiny day. And
in other words, I don't know why I didn't show you the date on the phone. I wasn't carrying the other phone at that time. I was catching on to it to record the date before I say anything. So what I was saying that day was that the stock markets can tumble over 3,000 points. As I'm saying, hey, John Clay, you going to ring that bell? Because he was talking about ringing a bell that day. And then this is what happened, where what I said was,
I'm going to guess on the stock market today. And I'm going to say that it's going to go down.
People will be surprised that the market dropped.
Except for me.
So sharply.
Look out for the older people in our home. Older might be a state of mind, not necessarily an age.
You know, like 3,000. It needs to really tumble.
Not necessarily. Of us who have parents who.
If you watch what
It needs to really tumble.
happened as the president was speaking and what he was saying, it's when he said that the outbreak could last until July or August. That's when.
Worst point loss in history. Here's the connection with 316, the number 3 and 16, and Jonathan Kleck and myself. I'll show you 3 really good connections between me, Jonathan Kleck, and the number 316 on March 16th, 2020, before the stock market exchange starts at 9:30. At 9:26, I made my prediction in the morning. That's why I showed you, because I didn't have my other phone or I wasn't thinking about recording the date, so I made sure I'm showing you the sun. And I don't do green screens because I'm not part of any organization whatsoever. Everything I do is purely natural and unscripted. So, when was this personal tutoring going on? Just mirror image that and make it 2020 for Jonathan Kleck. And it basically started as soon as he said exactly what this video was about. From Gene Revel.
Hey, Robin, nerd. Yeah.
So as of February 29, 2020, that's when I just completely changed direction. I changed. Huh? Robin, did you just say my name? Oh my goodness. You're a big time YouTube channel that everybody seems to know. And you're calling me a nerd? After you're saying I'm a false prophet, I'm going to, whatever, be in deep, deep, deep trouble. I'm telling you, you're going to ring the bell. You didn't ring it at 9:26. I did before the stock market, but you rang it at 2:26. So you rang it 5 hours later, and on that exact day. So this is the stock market of the United States of America. I predicted it was going to go and tumble 3,000 points on that day, which it did, by the way, because here's absolute 100% solid, dead on accuracy of a prediction that came exactly true. I say this to remind myself, Robin, you remember that day? John Fleck's birthday. You said what? You're going to guess on the stock market today? Today? Why today? Well, because it's John Fleck's birthday, and I believe and I have faith that my prediction is going to come true because it's tied into 316. And it's Jonathan Click. So I'm wishing him a happy birthday, and I'm saying
Today is Monday. Happy birthday, Jonathan Vargo Click. Are you going to ring that bell or what?
And then the bell rang inside my car, and I didn't even do that on purpose.
It's 9:26 a.m.
So if it's 9:26 a.m. on the stock market day, that means it didn't start until 9:30. And then the bell rang, and then just as I predicted, I said it was going to tumble, and it really did what? What did it do?
Out for the older people in our home. Older might be a state of mind, not.
I'm going to guess on the stock market today. And I'm going to say that it's going to go down.
So I do a full, like the top number, but then.
So next will be the 30.
So I'm saying like 30. If it's 30, 33, 3,000, it really needs to go.
Like 3,000. It needs to really tumble.
That's my final answer, 3,000, and it really needs to tumble. So what did it do on John DeClerc's birthday, 316? It went down 3,000 points.
In age, so for those millennials of us who have parents who.
And it really tumbles, which were my exact words. So just like at the end of, so this is the beginning from 2020. Here's the beginning between me and Jonathan Clay, like prediction wise. In between, 2 times the water shut turned on at 7/8/2020 when I went down there, 17 JFK, and I went down there again on October 21st, 2020, and the water shut down at 8:48 a.m. And Barack Obama was there at the same day, so all that ties together. Barack gave me a shout out. And then exactly a year beforehand at Dallas, Texas, I was pointing the Home Depot hat the day before, October 20th, 2020, and Tornado Click went through and destroyed the Home Depot in Dallas, Texas, as I was predicting the Eagles game, which all this stuff I'm saying, I have proof. I just don't have time to go into it. I want to, but I don't have time to do it. So I can only just say it, add to it. You know it's true. I know it's more effective when I show you the actual evidence and you like that more, but again, I need more time. So usually when I'm off work, I don't have to rush. So I'm trying to kind of hurry to get through all these timestamps because I got a million of them. And if I don't, I'll skip right past it. So
watch what happened as the president was speaking and what he was saying. It's when he said that the outbreak.
That said the worst point loss in history. So again,
Could last until July.
The world and in the United States of America, the world itself, the stock market tumbled 3,000 points just as I said it would. And they even put the title in the name the name, the word at tumble and 3,000. I never guessed the stock market that I can remember. Maybe I did, I don't, but only because it was 316 was the reason why I guessed. I don't know, maybe the angel of the bottomless pit, 3,000 exactly, and it needs to really tumble, and it's Jonathan Click's birthday, and he's going to ring the bell, and he's going to give his power over to me by making the stock market tumble 3,000 points? Or did I just get lucky for the first time in my entire life? I guessed dead on. Absolute 100% prediction was absolutely true. So this was a checkmate in chess. This wasn't horseshoes. This was right on point. And I just got to drive it home because the stock market is playing you like a yo-yo. Get everybody's feelings to go up and down as a roller coaster. Before it tumbled, I titled that and went to work. So on 316, that's what happened. Let me show you what else happened with the number 316. Give you a brief synopsis of the story. September 3rd, 9/3/2022. I'm going down to 17th JFK. Just random visit. Hear that water?
It's 3:15.
See the time? That's 3:15.
September 3rd, 3:15. Shh, be still. Thank you.
Listen.
Now, does anybody else notice this? All right, you can come back up. All right, you can come back up.
I showed you 3:15.
You know who's seen that? Nobody. Just
and
me.
Then, and then
Just
I
me
showed
and my
you.
recorder. Oh my goodness. That's something else, huh? That is something else.
Which means
There it is. That happened at 3:16.
that's when I realized it shut down at 3:16.
That would have shut off at 3:16. Just look at the timestamp when the water shut completely down, and now it's blasting up, rising up again.
At 11:30, it's 3:17. At 10:30, the water's up. At 10:18, it's 3:15. At 10:40, when it's 3:16, it stood still, and at 3:17, it's up. At 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes in. So that was random. I randomly walked down there. I didn't realize it was 3:16 when I went there. I mean, I can't even make the stuff up. When I say it, I really did not make it up. So these things happen, and the ones that watch me 24/7, they know it's true because they're the ones doing it. So I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just showing everybody what this guy sounds clueless to what's happening. Sorry, but true. Think about that. Roger Taylor said that. John 3:16, stand still, 36 holes of water, rivers in the city of God. John 3:16, stand still. Real quick, today, September 28th, 2022, it's 3:14.
It's 3:14. Just hang out for a minute. See, it's nice little tables.
Speed it up. Hear it clearly. It's loud. It's roaring. I'm cleaning my hand. My left hand, by the way. I'll get to that right hand thing in a minute. So, the reason I'm going down there is to see if the water. I'm making a request now. I'm going down there specifically at 3:16 this time, and requesting for the Son of Man to turn off the water.
3:15.
The only begotten Son to turn the water off.
I wonder if that water will stop in one more minute.
I wonder if that water will stop in one more minute. Why would it stop? Why would it stop at 3:16 for you, Robin? Tell us, please, because we want to know. It's 3:16. Wow. Did it again. Oh my goodness.
There you go. John 3:16. Be still.
John 3:16. Stand still. This guy sounds clueless to what's happening. Sorry, but true. I mean, Roger that. There's no way that you can be a regular person and say something like that. So, because that's good shit, bro. Thanks, John. You cut off on September 11th. Thank you for the warning. And it just happened to turn off at 3:16. Wow. I know. It did it again, John. Can you believe that? It did it today. Once again. But this time, well, would you lucky there, the water turned off and the water turned on. Wow, I saw it. I saw it. Did you see this one too? Today? Because it was pretty cool. Because this time it did it as I called it beforehand. I called it.
I mean, not that one.
Clear picture, the holy place, 3:16. Wednesday again. It's a Wednesday. October 21st on a Wednesday. I went down there too. It shut down. It shows the date, September 28th, 3:16.
September 28th.
Perfect. Boom.
Adrenaline rock.
Come here, everybody. You know you're my first.
Pitch.
in the dirt, 2-2.
Just let that one go.
And the
Let that
thing
one
is,
go.
too, you know, any ball that gets past the infield,
Give it a little bit of drama.
Roman on second base.
Ah. Third time's a charm.
2-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Wow! Wow! Right field! Way out of here!
Second deck walk-off home run!
For number 3, the Angel, the bottomless pit. Oh, by the way, how convenient. 6 to the 9th, 69, and he hits a grand slam and wins the game. Walk-off grand slam. Oh, so there is a connection with JJ and Robin. Hoodwinker. I wondered that. Has Gene done a video on this? If so, if someone able to send me the link for more info. Well, yeah, he just did this video right here.
Man, I sure hope nothing escaped.
Now, I want to be very clear. By the way, Robin, nerd. Yeah. Anyway, for the entire family. Because of a stiff neck. That's what the Lord showed me in Scripture. She stiffened her neck. That's what the Lord showed me. Anyway.
He's talking about the comment. Because that didn't tie into what I was saying, but that was the comment from Simple Christian, Kathy or Karen, one or the other, for entertainment purposes only. Problem solved. Because Jonathan Click's channel is only for entertainment purposes. It's not like me and him can show things like this that ties into, because who else on the YouTube platform, when you think of John 3:16, who do you think of? Well, Jonathan Click, because he tells us that his name, that's what his name is. He tells us that he was born on 3:16. And so when I go down there, the first thing I think of is, Jonathan Click made the water shut down at 3:16. I don't know. I mean, maybe Stephen James was really the one that pushed the buttons and everything, but he's getting others. He's going to cause all of those to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Maybe he'll get people to worship the first beast as if he's doing it, but really Steve is the Price Harper. If it wasn't for Steve, there would be no me. I know that and Steve knows that. So let me get that straight from the beginning. Steve, without Steve, there's nothing here with what I'm doing. Because I needed the top Luciferian head United States gang stalking America to come after me and do videos all about me nonstop. This guy sounds clueless. You should be fired immediately or just thrown off the YouTube platform after that.
Arguable, right?
This is what
That's
the
right.
Lord God, the Lord God taught me. The Lord God taught me to read the scriptures. I was taught by him, by the Holy Spirit. No one taught me the scriptures. The Lord God did.
But tell me something, JJ. When exactly did he start doing all this personal tutoring that you keep talking about?
Well, that's the reason why your channel was told to get up and start making these videos about Jonathan Clegg, because the year 2020, hindsight being 2020, let me show you what else happened in 2020. See, same place, no water, July 8th, 2020. The whole reason I went down there is because when I look in the back of a $50 bill, I see 17th and JFK, Chase Bank, Philadelphia, 555. Long rectangular windows. I see that. I think a bomb's going to go off because you see the bomb or the smoke. Could be a meteorite, an asteroid hitting it. I go down there thinking that, if I'm going to predict it, I might as well be there. But then I started predicting a lot. I couldn't be at every one of my failed predictions. I would lose my job. So sometimes predictions come true, like the stock market, which could have made me a billionaire if I had $1 million. Can you imagine if I would have somehow bet somebody like, hey, who do I bet $1 million to that the stock market's going to go down 3,000 points today? Oh, and it's going to be the biggest loss in point loss in history, and it'll be the only time I predicted one day just because it was 316, which was tied to Jonathan Click. End of story. So as I'm here, I'm going to tell you what time it is. I'm going to show you that there's no water, and there was no water all year long. See that? Nothing. This was in the middle of the pandemic. I'm telling you what time it is. It's 30 seconds in. And then you see the water, right? So the first time all year I ever recorded going down at 17th and JFK again. So far I showed you in the video, the water stopped at 316 when I didn't purposely do it, but I happened to be there. And then the next time I purposely went down there, 316, and I still didn't even show you what I said in the beginning of the video, why I'm going down there and saying it out loud, and then it came true. But this water started a minute later, which means it would be 8:46.
45 a.m. July 8th, 2020. There's that building that, to me, it looks like on the back of a $50 bill. Right on the third floor. There was a bombing.
That's why I'm there.
17th and JFK. Philadelphia.
7-8.
That building inside there, it has like a holographic wall. Pretty real.
There it goes. 1 minute and 30 seconds in. At 8:46.
Fountains of water. Well, that just turned on now, obviously.
And then that was the same time period where John Click was talking about going down the skydiving, where the water, the streams, there was a flash flood. It came out of nowhere. On one side, the river was just like that. This is rocks. So as you look at it as Moses striking a rock and then gets water to proceed out of it, that could have been the script. Jacob could have been part of that script. He could have wrote that to make that happen. Strike the rock and then let water come up for the first time all year to give people, look, I don't control anything. I don't know anybody. It's just something about that direction. I go there and things happen with that water at specific times. But this was two minutes earlier than I expected. But what happened at 8:46 a.m.?
According to metro.co.uk, the first tower to be struck was the North Tower at 8:46 am, collapsing almost 2 hours later at 10:28 am.
There you go. And then, how long was George Floyd's neck kneeled upon for?
According to NewYorkTimes.com, he said Mr. Chauvin's knee had stayed on Mr. Floyd's neck for 3 minutes and 27 seconds after he took his last breath.
8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's what I heard from the beginning. That was back in 2022 also. So that water rose up out of nowhere for the first time all year out of a dry desert ground. I was not expecting anything to happen with the water at all. That was an absolute surprise. The second time around, when I purposely went down there, I started to learn a little bit. I grabbed my phone. I recorded the time before 8:48 a.m. because of the reason why. Because Jonathan Clark needed to show me something.
Okay, here we go.
October 21st, 2020.
The short video clip was made today, October 20th, 2020, after the Lord told me to drive to Camping World this morning because he had something to show me.
Camping.
This system is vampiric, and I'm Johnny the vampire sunglass guy, and he also gave me Paracletos today, one sent to defend another. He literally gave that to me. He sent me to Camping World this morning.
As he said, one sent to defend another. I happened to be watching it at 8:46 a.m. on October 21st, Harold Camping's World. That's why I went down there, because in the title, the only thing I changed was I thought it stopped for like 3 seconds, but it was about 11. Everything else is what I uploaded from the beginning. So at 8:46 a.m., I'm reading that. I'm showing you this. I don't know that the water is going to do anything, but I will show you how I was suspicious of the water the second time around as I'm going by. So as of 8:46 a.m.
to show me what you're about to see in order to confirm the picture I just showed you, along with probably a couple hundred other pictures that all.
In other words, it's like 8:46. It's a continuance of.
It's 8:45 a.m. July 8th, 2020.
Now, you may not believe me because I can't show you proof. That's why I learned the next 3 months later, I went down to the same place. Because right before I'm going to work, I'm watching Kleck's video within the first 10 minutes. I'm now going to 17th and JFK on October 21st, 2020, instead of going to work. Or maybe I went to work first, unloaded tools, and then went there. Probably did that. But this is a continuance from 8:45 and then 1 minute later, 8:46.
Of water.
Moses striking the rock. And then continuance 3 months later. October 21st, Harold Camping's World.
I think he's the one that's going to grab me if that bomb goes off.
I'm expecting a bomb to go off in 2 minutes. The Lord told me to just do it. 8:47. So the rivers are roaring, the city of God making it glad, 8:47, as Barack Obama was reading that at that time. And then he happened to show up in Philadelphia on that exact day, October 21st, 2020. But before that, the water, as you can see, I am suspicious of the water. I'm showing you the water now. Now I want to make sure I show you the time beforehand to get a before. I'm hearing it simmer down. Oh, wait a minute, here. I'm awfully suspicious of the water because it's simmering down. Now, I didn't listen to Jonathan Kleck all the way through the video, so I must have went straight to work. I must have went straight to the place because I didn't hear him show Barack Obama in his video on October 20th, 2020, which uploaded that same morning. And that's why I went down there. Or else I would have been keen in I would have said, "Oh my God, Barack Obama, be still, Notre Dame God." But I didn't see Kleck's full video yet, and he mentioned all of that. So in other words, he showed something that actually happened, and I didn't even see it yet. But I went down there; it manifested exactly the way it did, and I didn't even get the nugget of Barack Obama saying that. I would have definitely known it. I would have definitely said those words to match him to show you that that's what I heard. So now it's completely stopped. It's 8:48 a.m. and it's Harold Camping's World, October 21st, 2020, when Jonathan Fleck needed to show me something that morning.
I want to show you something.
And he waited until that morning to say it. He didn't do it last night. He only gave me 10 minutes to, well, no, he gave me like 50 minutes to really dissect all of it. Maybe 40. So it's the same place. There's something going on here at 17th and JFK. It's not about a specific time when the water shuts down, because it just seems to be more like whenever I walk by it at an important specific time, like 8:48 a.m. and 3:16, it will shut down. And in this time, I was fully prepared because here's how it started.
So
Today is September 20th. It's 3:04 a.m. And I'm going to go down there at a request to have that water stay still at 3:16 once again when I go down there.
in 12 more minutes. 12 more minutes, it'll be 3:16. Man, those mirror buildings are something else, aren't they? The reflections. So in 10 minutes, I don't know, Click, you think that water would shut down one more time at 3:16?
I don't know.
On Wednesday, September 28th, 2022?
I mean, why not? It did on a previous Wednesday. When I was down there because Jonathan Clegg needed to show me something. And that's the same exact time that
the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two.
8:48 a.m.
He burns the chariot in fire. Be still.
I want to show you something.
And know that I am God. I'll be exalted among the nations.
8:48 a.m.
I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge.
So at that time, 8:48 a.m., Wednesday, October 21st, when Jonathan Clegg, nobody else but Jonathan Clegg, needed to show me something because he was on an errand being sent that day. Barack Obama showed up at the link in Philadelphia on that same exact day.
To foreign governments than he pays in the United States. I want to thank Minister Shrouties. What our last name is.
That's my last name.
His first
Sure.
in the White House.
Hey, you're welcome, Obama.
The same day. So it all ties back to Barack Obama giving me a shout out. The entire
To Mr. Philadelphia.
at the link.
I want to thank Mr. Philadelphia because he's. Listen, my first job was in a Baskin Robbins.
I doubt it.
We see him operating every single day. We see him in neighborhoods. And by the way, while he's doing all that, it distracts all of us from the truly destructive actions that his appointees are doing all across the government, actions that affect your lives.
All the clips I took was from that day. So in front of the link, which made it easier for me to piece together and edit what Barack Obama was really saying, what he really meant.
I'm just getting started. I'm just giving you a little teaser right now.
But because my name is Tease, last name is Tease, Robin Henry Tease, Jonathan Kleck was just getting started that day. He said that before he even knew I was going down there, and I did, and I'm recording what he was saying as I was down there. And he didn't think I'd be able to produce it in the next couple of days, but I was producing it before he even said it, as I was recording it, going down there. And then, so the water stood still at 8:48 a.m. This is the water, this is the AI technology. That system shut down when I go down there. And today I was asking for it to shut down ahead of time.
But if you're the only begotten Son, John 3:16, then wouldn't you expect that water to stay still at 3:16, and then I could record it one more time? $3.16. There you go. John 3:16. Be still. I mean, not that one. 3:16.
I'm confused.
September 28th.
I'm getting all these Bible verses mixed up that I seem to help. Here, look. Here, look at this one. Look at this scripture.
2022. John 3:16, my only begotten Son.
So before
so
that,
10 minutes. I don't know. Click. You think that water would shut down one more time at 3:16?
Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Jonathan Kleck, right? I mean, that's why I go down there at that time, because there's a constant communication that takes place. For whatever reason, it just keeps happening, and I'm recording it. I'm getting used to it, so now I'm actually able to pray it into existence just so it can help whoever needs to see it for whatever reason. They can see that, and I'll continually show all these connections that have happened mainly in the year 2020, but it hasn't stopped. We're almost at the end of 2022.
As high as it goes. But if you're the only begotten Son,
so this is
John 3:16, then wouldn't you expect that water to stay still at 3:16, and then I could record it one more time?
So it's 9 minutes away.
Had this damn phone, my goodness, I would have seen the teeth of.
I would have seen the person that was standing on the roof that I said I seen in like white apparel that I thought was hey, is that a crane, a bird, an airplane, is that a window cleaner?
Someone smiling, leaning on one of those pillars on 7/8/2020, looking at me down there.
Up in that area.
Wow, that water rose up out of nowhere for the first time all year. And then
that's what it did all year. First
times
time
when I come back here, the water just does some unusual things at specific times.
Like 3:16 and 8:48 and 8:46. So in 5 more minutes.
All right, so 3 minutes. Oh, let's go. Let's see what happens. See if the water decides to shut off. One more time. 3:16.
I said that at 9:11. And then exactly 3 minutes later at 12:11. 3:16.
3:16.
12:13. At 12:14, 12:13 in the video.
John 3:16. Be still. I mean, not that one. 3:16. September 28th.
Yeah, that one too.
2022. John 3:16. My only begotten Son.
My mind's to read the whole verse instead of only that. So 3:16 means this. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send the Son into the world to judge the world, but that the world might be saved through him. He who believes in him is not judged, is not condemned, but he that believes not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation, this is the judgment, that the light has come into the world. The men loved darkness rather than light, for the deeds were evil. For everyone who does evil hates the light and does not come to the light for fear that his deeds will be exposed. Well, your bow has been made naked. But he who practices the truth comes to the light, so that his deeds may be manifested as having been wrought in God. So, and then coming up after that will be John's testimony concerning Jesus and, the baptizing and everything.
Forgot to do that. Minutes. What time is it? All right, so 3 minutes.
Countdown.
Oh, let's go. Let's see what happens. See if the water decides to shut off. One more time. 3:16. And I can show that video back in 3/16/2020. I forgot to show that in that collage about my connection with JJ. Today is...
I'll do it for you.
Monday.
Real quick.
Happy birthday, Jonathan Vargo Click. Are you going to ring that bell or
Do I have to show it again, or I'll just
It's
let you
9:26 a.m.
see that it tumbled 3,000 points?
The sun's out. It's a nice, bright, sunshiny day. And I'm going to guess on the stock market today. And I'm going to say that it's going to go down, like 3,000. It needs to really tumble.
We'll be surprised that the market dropped so sharply.
Look out for the older people in our home. Older might be a state of mind, not necessarily age. So for those millennials of us who have parents who...
If you watch what happened as the president was speaking and what he was saying, it's when he said that the outbreak could last until July or August.
It needs to really tumble.
The Dow kind of nosedived hundreds of points, and as he was
The largest point loss ever today, is that right?
the biggest and worst point loss ever for
Wow, I could have been a billionaire if I had $1 million. Just like that. I know Steve bet on it that day and became a gazillionaire from all the other gazillions of dollars he has in his Swiss bank account. All right, I think I beat that to a poll, right? So there's my connection with Jonathan Kleck, 316, 848, 846, 17th and JFK, Chase Bank. The bombings on the U.S. currency, the $50 bill, Chase Bank, 555. Is it going to be AM or 8:48 AM?
And it looks like a hand. When you hold it up to heaven, like that, when you're looking at it, it looks like that, right? Right? Like that. It looks like that. That's the right hand. See? The right hand. I am at the right hand where the waters come together. Jesus is talking about when you see the Son of Man coming. I'm gonna punch in. Hand. See? The right hand. I am at the right hand where the waters come together. Jesus.
What waters are they? You're not referring to the waters in the where the rivers are you?
He's
Because
fine. There's all these.
I'm cleaning my left hand. Where there's waters coming together. And what you're saying is
That. It looks like that. That's the right hand.
on the same exact day, September 20th, 2022.
See? The right hand. I am at the right hand where the waters come together. Jesus is talking about when you see the Son of Man coming.
Now, what do I have in my right hand? What do I have in my left hand? I have John in my left hand, 316. I have the all-seeing eye recording in my right hand, Stephen James Sean. I got John the Click and I got Stephen James Sean. I got Click in my left hand. I got SJ in my right hand. The all-seeing eye that can see through surveillance is recording. So what's going on in my right hand is the recorder, which is like having Steve and James Deshaun right there. Like here's Steve, and then there's Click.
316.
So here's the other question: who really is the Son of Man? 316, John 3:16. Who really is the Son of Man? There can be someone who's the son of an actual man, the parthenogenesis system, one side of the cabal. Then there could be like maybe the Adamic race or something, or then the serpent race. I don't know, vice versa. Juxtapositions. It doesn't matter. I got the family and I got all the people involved. So both sides, you can juxt the position, and one of them could be the other could be the other one. But on 316, is about John 3:16, my only begotten son, and whoever believeth him will have everlasting life. If not, you won't have everlasting life. In the Bible, the beast, both of them, one of them gets everybody to worship the other one. So one beast could be getting somebody else to get raised up more to play as if it's him. So Lucifer, Satan, the one in charge of everything, would hire a Lucifer to take his place, and then he could cause everybody to worship him, not even himself, but somebody else. So who shut that water off? Well, I'm thanking Jonathan Kleck. So
I'm ringing the bell.
and then earlier, I was thanking Stephen James Sean because I called up the Billy and I explained the tactic that was done. Well, no, I didn't explain it thoroughly, but I don't have time to do that right now either. Maybe I'll do it driving to work tomorrow.
Just because of the basic, pure ignorance of it.
I'm just explaining
that. Funny. My brother, let's see, look. I'll unlock it again. Basically, so my brother came down and locked it.
Yeah, it's an accusation. But what I also caught up to is I'm recording it as this guy right here is my other assignment.
Everybody's controlled. He's even going to cut in front of me. Because he knows I'm going to my truck and putting tools in. It's like following you, but not really. It's following you by leading you. So basically, I'm being followed, but in front of me.
And then he's going to cut right
what would this do to you if you realize this? And you're
right behind my truck.
What do you do? Do you get angry? Because he even cut right behind my truck because that's where I'm going. So he's controlled. He has to do exactly what he's told. As I'm walking right behind him talking about it. Acting like he doesn't hear me. Stephen James Sean is Evil Genius Beer Company.
There he goes again.
I think it's brilliant.
With nothing in his hand, he didn't get any beer. He just did his task, came back around, escorted me up, escorted me back.
It's brilliant. So the point that I make is, this is just my pattern. I'm taking my tools and loading it to the truck. I get escorted. It's not something that you should get irritated at. You should be. It's like being the president of the United States. Everybody that's controlled, they're not gonna go off script. So here's that witch.
Look at that.
That's great. From one side to the other.
So I'm talking about the gang stalking tactics that are done at work. And how my brother did a tactic, I called him out for it, and he acted like he just did it, random piece of cardboard at the top of stairs, trash bag laid over so it's kind of covering the entire stair, and a broomstick sticking towards me, completely purposely laid down, and he was the only one in the house. So I'm talking about that, yum as I catch up to him. And then that guy is my escort, and Aaron Judge is going to hit his 61st home run, so Isaiah 61 can be read, but only on that day of the event.
First home run coming up. Hey man, how you doing? All right. It's not like you should greet them back because they're all controlled by the government and they can't do anything unless they're told to do it. So.
Hey, it's my brother Billy, yum. Oh man, did I ever catch up to him?
you should greet them back because they're all controlled by the government, and they can't do anything unless they're told to do it. So, still here. Wait till I catch you. See, Billy. Wait till I catch you. Yeah, I'm getting ready to take it out. I need it for as soon as I need it, and I don't need to find you. I don't need to look for you to find it in the morning. So, yeah, I need it. Definitely need it.
That's your little broom.
I'll let you get away with that. Just leave it here.
Is that yours?
Nah, I don't leave. Yeah, but I don't leave anything here.
Nephilim Prince. Time is running out. I don't remember saying Billy at all, but isn't that unusual? Catching up to my brother. What do you mean, Rob? He just happened to go into the garage as you open up the door because it's not right. Ah, man.
Today he sent me a message and he says, Steve, he says, I don't know how you've maintained and lasted this long against all this garbage. He said, how do you do it? And I told him I'd make a video and I'd tell him. And whether he wants to believe it or not, it is what it is. You know, still blind. So he says, not to impede the blind or those that lead them. You know. And why puff and huff and huff and puff and beat the air?
Don't impede those. Don't delay or prevent someone or something from obstructing them. Hinder them. If someone puts some kind of tactic in front of you, I mean, so what? Don't stop them from doing, or even the ones that are controlling them from doing what they're doing. Don't huff and puff about it and be all upset because gang stalking is just everywhere with everybody. It's better for a prudent man to hold his tongue when it comes to that.
The prudent man shall hold his tongue. So, you know, Matthew asked me the other day, he sent me a...
In other words, Matthew, you didn't hold your tongue. You were supposed to let me, if you think I'm blind, just let me go. Let me do it. Let me just do it. Let me walk into the walls.
Message, he says, Steve, he says, I don't know how you've maintained and lasted this long against all this garbage. He said, how do you do it? And I told him I'd make a video and I'd tell.
Now, at 4:45, you're talking about a firmament like water above and below, and then a firmament in the middle.
So imagine that. And it's got water underneath of it too. So there's water underneath, there's water above, and there's firmament. You know, go figure.
Market Street.
So look, it's like there's water above. When it drops down, the water's still below. And then above it is like a firmament. So there's water that rises up above and below. So as Stephen James and Sean is talking about that today.
Over and looked at O. Henry's page there. King Henry.
Right. Know it.
Okay.
At least you're not denying my name. I know people think you are, but...
And he has one of the videos. It's titled, I can't keep his name out of my mouth.
And I titled that video correctly because who are you talking about right now today, Steve? Is it me? It Rob Henry Tees, right?
What? You know what? Noted hypocrite.
What? I mean, he's right. I can't. Probably. I haven't been able to for the past 5 years. I don't know what it is.
Does, he's noted. He's a noted hypocrite. Not just a hypocrite, he's noted. The reason why he's noted, a noted hypocrite, is because there's 25 or 26,000 people that know he's a hypocrite.
You guys know the deal. You know what I'm not. What Steve is.
He seriously needs to get some, maybe it's all the Xanax and stuff that he took.
No, it's, did you tell my brother to say that earlier? Because I even said, he's like, I don't know it. Did you ever see the movie Beautiful Mind? I'm like, did they tell you to say that? He's like, no. Because the guy, I don't know, maybe I'll watch it. Something where it was all in his head at one point. But then in the end, I think it found out that, oh yeah, he was right the whole time. But what he was saying is like, so when did you take acid all that time? When I was 16, Bill. Oh, well, maybe that's what it is, because trying to push paranoia in my direction when I clearly see what I see, and you can't convince me otherwise. It is life betting, guaranteed. It is exactly what I'm saying it is, or I wouldn't say it.
I mean, if he's definitely not part of something that's, against me, but he's sure.
I'm definitely not part of something that's against him. He says, because I'm not. He's telling you people that can't understand the language.
Xanax and stuff that he took, I mean, if he's definitely not part of something.
I mean, he's definitely not part of something
that's, against me, but
that's against me. So what part doesn't anybody understand? He's not, definitely not against me.
Sure uses that. He pushes that fake wrap-up smear site.
And guess what? I'm the only one that does that, right?
That's got my name on it. He pushes that. It says I'm affiliated with the Greek Town Casino.
Affiliated.
Or something like that.
I didn't even, that was new information.
Affiliated with the Greek Town Casino.
John's 3:16.
Affiliated with.
And what happened in Philly today? Well, this happened at September 3rd. But what happened in Philly today? John 3:16. Affiliated.
3:16. There you go. John 3:16. Be still.
The Greek Town Casino or something like that.
Yes, I never heard that.
I've never even been to the Greek Town Casino. I don't live down by Detroit.
I know how easily John the Baptist, Stephen James can lie like it's nothing.
I live up north in Davidson Junior High School. Yeah. I lived right behind Christ the King Church.
It's a good thing you didn't live in front of him. It's a good thing that you live behind him. Like, get behind me, Satan. Like
crazy that. Or what? Talk about just synchronicities. Isn't me. I just continue on living one more time, and that's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. Pushing it, that's because he's part of that spirit that worketh iniquity. That's what he is. There's only one person on earth that can forgive Robin. Okay? And that's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. So, do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin?
Do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, to be still? Because if you type in 4321, somebody wrote in there, Steve James and Sean, the revelation of Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, I mean, that's not a lie. Stephen James Sean claims he is Christ or King David. Well, yeah, I mean, King David, I don't know. Is it a lie or is he really the first one to come in my direction? Linwood, Stephen James Sean revealed the secret prophecy of the hidden Gematria Bible code. But be still, Robin Henry Tees noted, I am Adam, Ben David, Prince of Judah, who's turning off the water and giving Kleck credit. Is that what you're saying? Or, I mean, because you have two horns like a lamb, but you speak like a dragon, and you could be causing everybody to worship the first beast before you, Jonathan Kleck, whose deadly wound was healed. And it doesn't matter one way or another if you juxtapositions, it still works, and it may even fulfill it because it's supposed to be like that. But the Messiah reveals himself with gematria, the universal language of God. So that's the ticket right there. 4321. Be still, Robin Henry Tees, and know that I am Adam, but David, Prince of Judah.
Do you not know that, Robin? There's one person on earth that can forgive Robin. Okay? And that's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. So, do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin? Do you not know that, Robin? Okay? So, I've already rebuked you twice. Guess what? One more time, and you're out.
One more time, and you're gonna the rooster's gonna crow 3 times or something, or twice, before you deny me thrice.
But the poison of asps is under your lips, so enjoy that poison. All right? Because one day you're gonna burn in it. Meaning God with us. So, amen. Amen. Now you understand. So, I'm not going anywhere, Robin. Doesn't matter what you do to me. You can't do anything to me. You can't touch me. Didn't you know that? You can spurt all the poo you want out of your mouth, but the poison of asps is under your lips. So, enjoy that poison. All right? Because one day you're going to burn in it.
Talk about joy set before me.
That, when you're looking at it, it looks like that, right? Right? Like that. It looks like that. That's the right hand. See? The right hand. I am at the right hand where the waters come together. Jesus is talking about when he's
Jesus was talking about when he was the waters that go up and down that seem to follow Robin everywhere he goes. This would be the right hand, even though it looks like my left because the camera's backwards. Stephen James is in my right hand, and I had Jonathan Kleck in my left hand, 316, when I was recording today, asking for the powers that be to shut the water down for me at 316, so I can continually give a record of communication, a spiritual communication.
So I come down here because I believe if I come down here at the perfect time, which is John 3:16, two times in a row, well, that's the second witness to that time during the day that connects to Jonathan Kleck again, just simply because that's true or not. It doesn't matter. What I can only go by what I'm told, what I'm shown. What am I shown?
Yeah, let me clarify that. Told on the YouTube platform.
Well, I'm shown that Kleck is 60 years old. Is he really 60 years old? Doesn't matter. I'm told that he is, so I got to go by that. What can I say besides the dragon gave me his power? Water decides to shut off. Oh, let's go. Let's see what happens. See if the water decides to shut off. One more time, 316. And I can show that video back in 3/16/2020. I forgot to show that in that collage about my connection with JJ.
So that's what I was doing on 22222222022. Thanks, Robin.
And then it reminds me of fire. Yeah, that's true.
Gene, you're
That's
welcome.
true. Why would someone that is the head commander publicly talk trash about me? Publicly from the beginning. And then others did it in their way. I think today's the 2nd-year anniversary since Jonathan Kleck said, by the way, Robin, nerd. I wonder if that would have stopped in one more minute.
I wonder if that water's going to stop in one more minute just because I'm asking it to. If you seek, you shall find. If you ask, it shall be granted. If you knock, it'll be open. If you don't, it won't be. If you don't say anything, ain't nothing going to happen. If you don't go out on faith, you're not going to see anything.
.316. There we go. John 3:16. Be still. I mean, not that one. 3:16. September 28th, 2022.
Pause. Yeah, Robin. I didn't see anybody.
$50 bill.
I didn't see anybody clapping, but thanks.
You've arrived. Okay. So I'm here. I'm supposed to be here. You've arrived. Bruno.
One tactic one. All of a sudden. So here's what I was trying to explain. My wife, Denise here, Jules is her middle name, Juliana, Catholic given, but Jules. So my stepmom, Karen, when my wife has an attitude like this, which is just kind, good-hearted, willing, ready to just want to, if we're holding a party or something, wants to make sure that everybody's good with what they need. So that's my wife, Denise. This is what she reminds me of from this side when she's Jules.
Forgot to get a picture of the normal version of her. It's under. It's right under your nose. You know that? It's been there the whole time. It's been right under your nose. It seems like a sword. It's like a sword.
But when my wife is Denise, which is the flesh, she turns into this.
Let me get some pictures of this.
Turns into this.
I forgot to get a picture of the normal.
I don't accept this anymore. I don't accept that portion anymore. I accept this. When she wants to be Jules, come talk to me. When you want to be this, wait till I catch up to you. I already caught up to Billy, my older brother, today.
I'm ready to go now. Why wait? Early bird gathers no. I'm ready to go now. Why wait? Early bird gathers no moss. Rolling stone catches the worm, right?
Early bird gets the moth. Rolling stone because they've been rolled. It's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. How the fuck did you know that? Oh my god. I just want to say, I pushed record because I had on a regular, just a radio station. I heard this song, like, I love the sound of that guitar and that sound. And I never heard this song before. So I use it as my official theme. This is my official theme song because this is Robin's Hood. And it's full circle. Because that's Robin Hood Deli. But door 237. Vampire Tea. So the song that I'm playing, first time I ever heard it in my life, I'm playing it live. It's not like it's a recording or anything. It's just live music. I think it was on 103.3. Philadelphia, and I have no idea what the name of it is, or I would get that album. Does anybody know? Because I don't think they gave me a copyright strike, or I would know. But I love the sound, the whole theme, love it. Especially when I was going a little bit faster. So he did his little tactic there. I figured I'd circle it at least 7 times. You think anybody was thinking, what the fuck is this? Think anybody was thinking that? That was the 7th time, I think. Open up door number 2. That was... There you go, that's the 7th time. Final time. The final bite. There he's still at it. I was saying, I think today was like one of the greatest days of my life to date. Just with the events that took place, with what I've seen, how I feel, it's all that matters is, at the end of the day, what did you accomplish in that day? And was it a fulfillment of something that was needed? For me, it was. So much so that it's 10:55 p.m. and usually I try to go to bed by 8 or 9 at the very latest. But I really needed to get all of this information out.
I've been talking with her, and she's Christian. And now I've met a nice woman. So I've been talking with her, and she's Christian. And she knows all about your garbage. I've already brought that to the forefront. Guess what? One more time, and you're out. So go for it. Dude, you're not even going to faze me. You're not even phasing me. I just continue on living my life, playing with my dog, and that's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. So, do you not know Robin Henry Tees? Now I've met a nice woman. So I've been talking with her, and she's Christian.
So let me stop you right there. My son's name is Christian. I don't know, we were going to name him Robin Anthony Tees, but his mom said that would spell rat. So she didn't want to do that. So his name is Christian. And if you meet somebody as a Christian and you're saying, it's like what is that? Isn't there a website, meetchristians.com or date single Christians or something along the lines like that? Like people are Christians. Christine, Christian, the name itself is like, has the word Christ in it. So what Steve could be saying is he met a woman.
Go for it. Dude, you're not even going to faze me. You're not even phased.
Who knows all about my stuff, like highest trained reviewer.
Me. I just continue on living my life.
So the woman's a Christian, is what Steve's saying. So he met a Christian who's a woman who happens to know all about my stuff, male, female, male to female.
Playing with my dog.
Male to females. Male to female. So who's going to go male to female and who's going to go male to females?
And now I've met a nice woman. So I've been talking with her, and she's Christian. And she knows all about your garbage.
I've already
brought that to the forefront. So, hey, that's not going to hurt me either. So Father's obviously prepped her for this this nasty experience.
I bet he did.
That you demonic entities have tried to put me through.
Demonic entities. So my son's name is Christian Tees. You demonic entities, plural, more than one. Christian Robin Tees is my son's name. My name is Robin Henry Tees. He called me King Henry, but then at one time he said, I'm no prince, but yet he called me the Prince of Darkness. But you're no king, but yet you're King Henry. A double-minded man that speaks double-tongued or something is double-minded in all of his ways.
And
it sounds like this is what it sounds like.
When it's all done and said, you're going to awaken in a...
Yep. Completely. You're right. So, like I said, thanks, Steve, for helping me catch up to my brother today.
You've arrived. "12 more minutes. 12 more minutes, it'll be 3:16.
1 minute in.
I don't know. Click. You think that Woodard would shut down one more time at 3:16 on Wednesday, September 28th, 2022?
What do you think, Jonathan Click? You think you can push that button for me?
We'll stop in 1 more minute.
I wonder.
I wonder if that Woodard will stop in 1 more minute. $3:16. There you go. John 3:16. Be still. I mean, not that one. 3:16. September 28th, 2022. John 3:16, my only begotten son.
That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. That's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. So, do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin? Do you not know that, Robin?
Not really talking to anybody.
Okay.
So the Wooders, the streams of Woodard, they're pretty much they're full blast, as high as it goes. But if you're the only begotten son, John 3:16, then wouldn't you expect that water to stay still at 3:16 and not
I've already rebuked you twice. Guess what? One more time and you're out.
At 3:16 and then I can record it one more time.
Do you not know that, Robin? Okay, so I've already rebuked you twice. Guess what? One more time.
And then I can record it one more time.
And you're out. So one person on earth that can forgive Robin. Okay? And that's me. That's it. I'm the only one that can forgive him. So, do you not know, Robin Henry Tees, that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin?
Wouldn't you expect that?
Do you not know that, Robin?
But if you're the only begotten son,
I've already rebuked you twice. Guess what?
Then
one more time, and you're out.
Wouldn't you expect that water to
go
stay
for
still?
it, dude. You're not even gonna faze me. You're not even phasing me.
Record it one more time.
I just continue on living my life, playing with my dog, and now I've
stop in one more minute. 3:16.
You didn't have much longer to wonder, did you?
There you go. John 3:16. Be still. I mean, not that one. 3:16. September 28. (2022).